to get into the programs that you have, because you have some incredible programs now that you're doing.
Yeah, for several years I've had a favorite which is called the Crown of East Africa, and that's basically Kenya, Tanzania, 6 game parks, about 16, 18 days. And I generally would have people leave the States on a Friday, and you end up in bed on Saturday night in Tanzania.
Okay.
And then at the end of the program, which lasts 2 weeks basically, you've had 3 weekends, so you have a complete program. So a 2-week vacation will work if you take Friday off. And I like that design.
Right.
And at the end of that, they've had an enormous experience, and they go back to World One feeling, really great. And then I have some other programs that are not as long. And recently, I've had meetings with a yoga teacher. And
I wanted to talk about this because this is something.
This is new.
I don't think anybody else has this either.
There are some people doing it, but it's not like what I'm going to do.
Okay.
So what we have is the yoga teacher in Kenya who's been trained here in Santa Barbara at the White Lotus Foundation and has lots of credentials and is a trained masseuse and all that sort of thing.
Right.
And has her own studio in Nairobi. Is going to take a yoga meditation safari. So people who are going to go are going to have an experience like no other. Can you imagine being on the cliff overlooking the sand dunes of the Tana River as it goes into the Indian Ocean and having that aha moment as you
Well,
meditate?
I'm guessing you have.
Not yet.
Oh, really?
No, I haven't done it.
Okay.
These are all new properties that we're going to be utilizing based upon the yoga experience and the meditation places.
Well,
then go to the Mara and be with the greatest game park. So they get both. In both places, they're going to have a tremendous experience under the stars, yoga, meditation, animals, all of it.
And you're going to share that. You're going to share that experience since you haven't done that before.
I'm not going to do it the first one.
You're not going to do the first one.
I may not do any of the yoga ones actually. Tony might. My wife, she's a yoga, so she might do it. But at the end of the day, it's about introducing a program that I think there's going to be a lot of interest in.
Yes.
And getting it to a reasonable price so that we can, create rotation and have maybe 3 or 4 a year in that. I also, Gene Massey and I have talked about this, and he came up with this idea as well. The Millionaires Charity Safari. Very wealthy, very upscale, very expensive. And they drill a well.
They drill a well.
Yeah.
But you do have 5-star accommodations.
Oh yeah, everything.
Because my wife's idea of camping is a bedroom at the Ritz.
Okay.
So
I have 2 quotes. When you go to my website, which is Duma African Safaris.com. Okay.
Duma, D-U-M-A.
D-U-M-A.
African Safaris.
Safaris.com.
Okay.
I have the statement there. When I put you in a tent, it has a flushing toilet and Persian rugs.
There you go.
Okay?
And toilet paper without wood chips.
Absolutely. Well, this is the modern Africa, East Africa. And the other thing that I use all the time and say to people, look, if you only have 2 places you can go in the entire world, go to Africa twice.
There you go.
Because that's it. I mean, no one comes back the same. Every time you go to Africa, or the first time you go to Africa, it changes your life. You'll have something touch you in your primal being, and that's what happened to me. I mean, I went and I never stopped. It's like, all I want to do is go back. I just got back Friday.
Yeah. Well, we ran over something really quick because I started talking. I wanted to back up on it, and that is the person's going to stay in 5-star luxury.
Yes.
It's going to be you're going to have all kinds of events, but you're going to drill a well.
Okay. Well, not each safari. We're going to find a safari. We're going to do that millionaire safari.
Okay.
Where we drill a well.
Oh, the millionaires where you drill a well.
Yeah, the millionaires are going to drill a well.
Right.
And they're actually going to be.
I'm sorry.
Well.
I crossed over the 5-star accommodations with the millionaire.
Yeah.
You do have a 5-star.
They're all 5-star.
They're all 5-star.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're all 5-star.
None of them are roughing it, huh?
None of them are roughing it.
Uh-huh.
That's good. We don't do the camping,
Okay.
And even when we do a camp, it has a flushing toilet. But the whole program is about having an experience in the bush where you'll hear quiet it's the most quiet you've ever heard, or you'll hear the absolutely magical sound of the emerald-breasted wood dove, which is a sound that for me means Africa.
Yeah.
That kind of thing. And so you'll see the animals. You'll be at one with nature. It's healing. It's an amazing.
For some people, it'll be the
experience.
first time they ever see the Milky Way.
Yeah, yeah. I'll tell you a story about that. We were at Lake Minyara, and Lake Minyara there's a 1,500-foot escarpment straight down.
Okay.
And the Lake Minyara Hotel. I think the light bulbs there are 10 watt or something, you know, if they have them at all.
Right.
We finished dinner, and my group walked out to the edge of the escarpment in the dark. Now we're talking. There's no ambient lighting.
Right.
For hundreds of miles. I mean, you don't see anything in the distance. Okay.
No light on the horizon. It's all star.
It's all stars. And we were out there, and one of my clients looked up and went, "Oh God, it would be perfect, except for that cloud." It was the Milky Way. And then we realized it. Oh my, that's the Milky Way.
Oh, that's what the Milky Way.
Yeah.
I tell you what, when on nights like that,
Yeah.
when you're out there in those kind of places, when you look up, it can actually be a little overwhelming.
The stars are like diamonds.
Oh,
You know, and we've actually had a couple of occasions where we've seen the Southern Cross.
really?
Yeah, very difficult to see from Kenya, Tanzania, but occasionally, if you're in the right spot, looking in the right direction, sort of on the horizon, you have that Southern Cross, which I've only seen otherwise in Botswana.
Wow.
And I do Botswana also. Kenya, Tanzania is my expertise for 24 years now.
Right.
But I also do Botswana, Zambia, South Africa, various choices,
Right.
last refuge and so forth.
Right.
So safari is in my blood, and the girls live there. Tony and I have a daughter, Tana, who's the executive director of the Kenya Water Wells Trust, but also now she's the operations manager for the first Nairobi tenant camp in the Nairobi National Park, which has never been allowed before. And they're right close to the city.
Oh, okay.
So granddaughter's Tiva goes to Rhodes in South Africa.
Okay.
She'll graduate this year. Ryan was at the University of Queensland, but she's going to be transferring to UK. And Savannah has this year to finish, and then she'll be going to UK for her education. So the granddaughters are, and the daughters actually, they're Kenyan at heart.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's great. Let's sum it up. You have how many different programs? We can count
I
them?
can do all kinds of programs. It's
You
I
can
custom
you can
design.
specialize
Yeah, I
for the
custom
groups.
design it, yeah. And it generally takes 6 people to make it run.
Okay.
Families have gone with us. The largest, Tony and I took Mark Victor Hansen and Bob Allen, and their inner circle, which was the largest group we ever had, was 25.
Right.
And generally, I like to cut it off at 18, but that was a special program, and Tony was with me, so she helped. She took care of the kids, basically. Like the young people that were in the crowd, and they just loved her because she has all these, stories about Africa. She has a great background.
Well, let's mention Tony really quickly.
Yeah.
Before we run out here. Tell me about your wife. You guys been together a while, and you.
25 years.
She already been in Africa, or?
Actually, she went to Africa before I did.
Okay.
She lived on the mountain and wrote her book there, The Jungle Jungle. So she was in Africa.
Is this a children's book? I don't
No,
know.
it's a book about her life in the movie industry as a trainer and animal behaviorist and
Right.
stunt woman and all that sort of thing.
Okay. And
With her ex-husband.
right. So she worked in Hollywood for many years with training animals and for shows or the movies and
5,000 movie, television shows, and
My
commercials.
gosh.
She was the first Mercury Cougar girl before Farrah. Farrah Fawcett.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just
But,
that way, that we have, we're both, Africa people.
But yeah, and she we just say that to show her love for animals.
Yeah.
And I know she loves to be there. She just got back. I understand.
We
And
just
so,
came back Friday.
right. When are you going back?
We have the wedding to go to. The oldest is graduating in December.
Right.
And then she'll get married December 28th. The first yoga meditation safari we think is going to be in September.
Okay.
I'm putting together the marketing on that right now.
Okay. Well, let's let everybody know how to get a hold of you again. It's
Yes.
DUMA, Duma African Safaris with an S
Yep.
.com.
Yep.
Do you want to give your email, your phone number?
Email is so easy. It's safari@bigplanet.com.
Safari@bigplanet.com.
Right.
Okay. And
And
you guys have a number, an office number or anything?
Cell phone is 714-269-8084.
Okay, so they can get a hold of you directly and help you and have you help them.
Yeah, and all that information is on the website.
Okay, great.
In addition to that, on the website is the site for CanyonWaterWellsTrust.org. That's on the website as well. So you'll have lots of information. You'll see several programs, and I'll be adding and subtracting, going back and forth, figuring out the best way to go.
Great. So you're going to give me some nice stills so I can put on the page, some great stuff that you've taken, some pictures you've taken, and we'll have all the links that we talked about and everything on the page on networkingfools.com. I want to thank Christopher Law. You've been a great friend, and I really appreciate not only the interview but just your friendship. We're talking to Christopher Law of Duma African Safaris. Give him a call. This is a. Actually, you've asked me to go out there, and I haven't. So I'm not going. I'm telling you, I really feel bad because there's a couple of great trips that my friends went on that I was supposed to go on, and I didn't go. So
You'll get there.
Don't do what I did. I need to get out there. Go ahead and give Christopher a call, and let me thank you so much, Christopher, for doing this for us. We really appreciate all you do with your philanthropic stuff and everything else,
and tell your wife about the flushing toilets.
Yeah, absolutely.
And the food is spectacular. One more thing.
Oh yeah.
You don't have to have a single shot to go to Kenya, Tanzania.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's helpful.
Yeah, I don't do.
You have to do malaria and all that kind of stuff?
I don't do any of it.
Okay.
That's me.
That's you.
I don't want to get into trouble here. You do whatever you think you and your doctor think. But the fact is, a lot of people get freaked out. You don't have to have a shot. And you don't have to do the malaria pills. As a matter of fact, I put everybody on a holistic approach with vitamins and garlic and things like that to get their immune system up to speed.
Oh, okay, great.
And I've 24 years now, never had anybody get sick.
Wonderful. Yeah. Okay, anyway, I want to thank you, Christopher. Thank you so much for all you do and this time with us today to do this interview. Anyway, remember, DumaAfricanSafaris.com. This is J.W. Nigerian with the Networking Fools, and I want to wish you a great day, a great year, and a great life. Goodbye.
Kwaheri.
Kwaheri.
That's goodbye in Swahili.
Kwaheri.